Welcome to this video, which includes a polar discussion between Elon Musk and Jensen Huang that took place at this U.S. Saudi Arabia investment forum in Washington in November 2025. The impact of technology on jobs and careers has been a research topic of mine for over 10 years. My interest was sparked by the research report, The Future of Employment, by Fry and Osborne, two researchers from the University of Oxford, published in the year 2013. The researchers analyzed over 700 different jobs in the categories of social intelligence, creativity, and perception and manipulation. The intent was to assess the likelihood of these jobs being replaced by technology over the next 10 to 15 years, from 2025 to 2030. The main finding was that about 45% of these jobs could be replaced or automated in the United States during this period and 35% in the United Kingdom. The discussion was not yet about artificial intelligence, but about automation in general. This report started a lot of discussions in the academic and business communities, as well as in politics in general. There were conferences where the CEO of Siemens, the representative of the Holy See, and the president of the World Federation of Trade Unions sat on a panel to discuss the potential impact. A lot of shared concern, but unfortunately no plausible strategies to cope with the challenges. If automation of 45% of jobs had come to pass, the effects would have been disastrous for the job market, people's well-being, and political systems by now. Although everyone knew that automation would have an impact, it was hoped that the transformation would proceed more slowly, so people and systems could adapt to the challenges. In the meantime, many unexpected things happened, including a global health crisis, but the predicted job losses didn't materialize. On the one hand, the efficiency promised by technologies are difficult to realize, and on the other hand, demographic changes in many countries reduce the potential labor pool. But now, déjà vu. A new genie that will kill jobs, provide miraculous productivity gains is out of the box. AI, as a new potential job killer, has appeared. Artificial intelligence made an impressive entrance on the world stage over the last 3 years. Complex, very useful, and it is a game changer. And as it works with other transformative technologies in the past, it raises expectations and fears. Many people who know better instrumentalize the situation to cash in on attention irresponsibly. I could give you a long list of these in the business, political, academic worlds now, but I don't want to provide them with an additional stage for their ill-conceived predictions. Nevertheless, I will share a discussion between Elon Musk and Jensen Huang that took place at the U.S. Saudi Arabia investment forum in Washington in November 2025. They had very polar opinions on the impact of AI on jobs. They discussed AI and the future of technology. This included the impact of AI on jobs. They had very polar opinions. Elon Musk offered the long-term prediction that work will become optional, perhaps in 10 to 20 years, similar to playing a video game or growing vegetables in a backyard as a hobby. Jensen Huang countered with a near-term perspective, suggesting that while everyone's jobs will change and people will be more productive, they will likely be busier. This increased productivity frees up time to pursue the numerous ideas and backlog items that people or companies have. Here is the video from the conference that was announced earlier. I will be back after it.
Yesterday from His Royal Highness his vision how to augment our workforce with roughly tens of millions of robotics to be able to infuse the next wave of productivity and progress. But this scares a lot of folks here when it comes to the future of jobs. So let's hear about your thoughts, Elon and Jensen, on that.
Sure. Well, if you say like in the long term, where will things end up? Long term, I don't know what long term is. Maybe it's 10, 20 years, something like that. For me, that's long term. My prediction is that work will be optional.
Optional.
Optional. So.
We'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like playing sports or a video game or something like that. If you want to work, in the same way, like you can go to the store and just buy some vegetables, or you could grow vegetables in your backyard. It's much harder to grow vegetables in your backyard, but some people still do it because they like growing vegetables. That will be what work is like, optional. Now, between now and then, there's actually a lot of work to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Jensen, any thoughts?
Let's see. I would say there's different horizons you could look at. Everybody's jobs will be different. I think that's for sure. How the students learn will be different. How people do their work will be different, obviously, because a lot of the things that we do mundanely or arduously or very difficultly are going to be done very simply. And so we're going to be more productive from that sense. One of the things that I will say is that for most people or a company, if your life becomes more productive, and if the things that you're doing with great difficulty become simpler, it is very likely, because you have so many ideas, you'll have more time to go pursue things. It is my guess that Elon will be busier as a result of AI. I'm going to be busier as a result of AI. And the reason for that is because we have so many ideas we want to pursue, so many things that we still have in our backlog inside our company that we can go pursue. If we were more productive, we can get to those things faster. And so in the near term, I would say that there's every evidence that we will be more productive and yet still be busier because we have so many ideas. One thing that I will say, give you some evidence, is that, and I was just telling Elon about this earlier, radiology, for example, has largely been converted to AI-driven radiology, and there's some really great companies doing that. And the surprising thing is the prediction that all radiologists would be the first jobs to go was exactly the opposite. The trend shows that there are more radiologists being hired now as a result of AI. And the reason for that, if you take a step back, it's because the goal of a radiologist is not to study the images. The goal of a radiologist is to diagnose a disease. Now the studying of the images became so productive, they could study more images, study more modalities, spend more time with the patients. And as a result, they were actually accepting more patients. We're doing more radiology all around the world. We're doing a better job with diagnosing disease. And so that's kind of the near-term outcome of AI and productivity. And we'll see what happens long-term.
Welcome back after this polar discussion. The link to the full conference video is given below. To add a bit to the debate myself, I just published research on the impact of artificial intelligence on the labor market. Yes, some jobs have been lost to AI, but currently AI is a net job creator, not a job killer. Many investments are being made to build infrastructure, train people, and numerous companies are dedicating significant time and effort to find productive ways to use the new technology. The results of my research might become the topic of a future video. In the meantime, keep your cool and keep learning.